Station.
That's pretty.
Extended cable addition that we added in Exmouth is working a treat, so now I can basically pump up the van all the way from the Kalbarri, which is beautiful.
I think this needs a really good clean after this trip. All covered in dust.
Nice to be back on the blacktop again. That was a pretty bumpy couple of hours driving down there. How long did it take us? So it's we set off at 7:10 this morning and it's 9:44 now, but it took us about 30 minutes to do the tyre pressures and everything. So it's a reasonable drive down to 3 Mile Camp, but obviously it's worth it when you get there. We're settling in for a big day of driving now on the road. Kate and I were just chatting about the power situation with our van, and this is its first kind of proper test. We've been now on the road almost 2 weeks, and off-grid locations as well. And the battery hasn't even dropped really below, I don't think I've seen it drop below about 93%, something like that. Yeah. So it's more than adequate. I've been charging my laptop during the day on the inverter, and kids have been watching the TV. We've had iPads and iPhones and the water pump running and all that kind of stuff, and it's been great. So I think the decision to go with the 4 120 amp hour lithium batteries has sort of paid off. That's great. And we were just saying before, probably the only thing that will touch it really will be aircon usage in summer. So that's good to know. A bit of reassurance for us that we've made the right call. We've saved a bit of weight there, and also we've got more than adequate power. That was the Billabong Roadhouse again. So yeah, it's clearly the cheapest in the area. So if you're coming through, it's worth making sure you got a bit of empty space in your tank to fill up there on the way down, either to Monkey Mire or further up to sort of Exmouth, etc. Yeah, so we're 100 k's now from Kalbarri. It's a little bit wet today on our drive, but we're about to clock over 3,000 kilometres.
There we go.
We've just arrived at Kalbarri Red Bluff Tourist Park. I must say I'm pretty tired. We set off at about 7:10 this morning, and it's just gone 3:30 in the afternoon. So we've been pretty much driving all day, so that's about 8 hours. There were a couple of fuel stops on the way, but we've pretty much punched through. Hey guys, just arrived in Kalbarri.
A bit wet.
It is a bit wet.
And very cold.
But we're camped right at the top of Red Bluff.
Which should be Exmouth over there.
So we're just at Red Bluff Tourist Park for the last 2 days of our trip up north. It's a good base actually because it's got some good amenities. We've actually got an ensuite site as well, which means we can have a proper shower, and there's laundry services so we can get all the clothes washed. Everything's pretty dirty at this point, and we've been living off grid for most part of the last week. So yeah, this has been a good find.
Hey guys, we're at Red Bluff.
Yeah, just in Kalbarri, in the bay here. It's beautiful. Kids are just having a play, and we're walking around the rocks. Yeah, this place is quite memorable for us. We actually had a family wedding here a number of years ago, so yeah, taking us back to them. This is really nice, and yeah, just got the sort of beach in the background contrasting with the red rocks. It's really quite something. If you're coming through Kalbarri, definitely worth stopping. Heading into the Kalbarri National Park now. So we've just left camp, and the weather's turned it on for us today. You'd notice it was raining on the drive down to Kalbarri yesterday, so thankfully it looks like we've got a good space in the weather to explore. We're just going to check out Nature's Window. It's the iconic shot you will always see people looking through over the gorge, so keen to check that one out now.
Oh, there's a creek down there with wood in it.
Whoa, this is cool. How's that for a view, hey? Pretty special. So Max and I are just walking here to the top. It is quite rocky, but you just got to be, take your time, be careful. Make sure you've got your kids right next to you as you do it, but it's really worth the walk. It's absolutely stunning.
I love hiking, so I like
There's
everything
loads
about
of
it.
like hard rocks to climb up,
Yeah, there are.
and like out of place and wobbly ones.
I like the river view from up here.
And there's also like a thing saying there's like just a wall of rock, but then there's like tiny steps that you have to step on to get up to the different areas.
My favorite part's the way we came here to see the window. It was nice as well.
There's
Very
also
cool.
a small window over there.
There is.
Tiny
You almost feel like you're a bird flying in the sky because you're so high up over the gorge. It's amazing. So hopefully the vision does it justice, but just off our hand camera you can just see, you feel like you're just a bird flying in the sky. It's really quite amazing, and I'm very glad we came and did this today. One thing that's noticeable coming down to Kalbarri is the aftermath of the cyclone that came through last year. So obviously it was quite devastating for the town. destroyed a lot of property, a lot of businesses, and a lot are still getting back on their feet. So it's not the Kalbarri of sort of years ago, and it will take some time for them to get back. But if you're coming through, please support the town, because obviously they do need that support. It is a beautiful place, and as you've seen earlier, the national park is amazing. Lots of trails there to walk around, and our kids really enjoyed themselves. So we really enjoyed our stay here. And unfortunately our trip is almost coming to an end, but it's a nice way to finish it, a nice and relaxing setting as well. So last night is use it all up night. So we've got pretty much bottom of the barrel. We've got some sausages, we've got some baked beans, and what's that other stuff? Veggie rice. Yeah, we've got some veggie rice,
sausages,
and we've got some baked beans and spaghetti. So probably not the most healthiest dinner, but we're using it up because we're heading back to Perth tomorrow. As the sun's just risen on our final day, and we're now heading back to Perth, unfortunately. So we've had a great trip. Lots of memories and lots to reflect on, really. We're all a bit tired this morning, so we'll need a few coffees to get us going, but we've got about a 6-hour drive home now to Perth. So we'll take our time. Weather looks good so far, so it's been actually really good. I think we've only had like a couple of days where it's been wet. Other than that, it's been quite dry on the trip, so we're very fortunate for that.
Especially in winter. It's in winter.
Yeah, and considering it's winter as well, it's pretty good. So look, I hope you've enjoyed the series. Obviously there's a lot of content that we've produced, and we've tried to capture it as best as we can, but definitely recommend a lot of the spots that we visited, and we'll talk about some of the highlights as well. So Kate and I were just sort of reflecting on the trip and a few things that we've sort of enjoyed, and we probably didn't capture a lot of sort of what we did, just sort of lounging around the caravan and family time, but we really kind of, I guess, cherished that opportunity, didn't we? Just to spend time with the kids, playing cards, board games, just sort of relaxing. It was really nice.
I think the cards by the fire was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
just quite nice.
Like 3 Mile, we just sort of, each night we made a big campfire and we sat around with a table playing card games, and that was just really nice. So we enjoyed that. And the other thing just like to touch on as well, which is really nice, is we had a few kind of followers or subscribers send us messages, and they saw us on the road, which is pretty cool. And obviously we bumped into the owners of what was it again? Fernbrook Farm. Yeah,
that was nice.
Down south, and they popped over to say hello, so that was really cool.
Exmouth of all places, like one of the furthest points. It's quite cool.
So that was cool. And I think every place that we visited was different, and we really enjoyed it, and had something different to offer because we'd been to none of them, so it was all good. But in terms of where we'd go back again, I know there's probably a couple of standouts for us. I know Kate really likes Monkey Maya.
And that was cool for a couple of reasons, just quickly. So obviously we don't normally stay at a lot of proper caravan parks, but that place was good because it was like a proper resort. So you've got all the facilities that a caravan park offers. There was mini golf for kids, a pool, you've got a restaurant, a cafe, you've got the beach right there, all of that sort of stuff. So that was really cool. So you can actually just completely swan about if you want to, and no pressure to cook dinner every night. So I think that was probably a standout, and I would like to go back there again.
Yeah. Whereas I think for me, 3 Mile was probably a standout. I think it was just to be in that position right over the water was just pretty special. You wake up in the morning, you look out the window of the van, and there's the water. You can see we had whales swimming around in the ocean. It was just pretty special. So
people that go there for months, they just fish and surf. And
I know there was a couple that were next to us that have been going for sort of 20 years, and they were talking to us about it.
4 months at a time.
But they've got a tinny, they go and fish, and they were coming back with these amazing fish, like huge fish. We're not fishermen by any means, but the kids loved it, to be able to go in and see these fish, and they even brought us some fillets, didn't they? One night,
which was really kind,
to cook on the barbecue. So that was really cool. So each place was really different. We'll try and get something out of the kids at some stage as well, but we know they've had a good time, and been able to sort of relax as well. So there you have it, 3,720 kilometers on our travels. What an adventure. So we're just home. It's been a long day of driving, hasn't it, guys?
Yeah.
7.5 about like
Yeah,
driving.
it was about that 7.5 hours with the van and a couple of fuel stops.
Yeah. 3, wasn't it 4?
Yeah. So thinking about the last 2 weeks on the road, Izzy, what would you say is your favourite or most memorable thing?
Oh, I love snorkeling in Turquoise Bay. That's like my favourite thing. I liked the hiking.
I liked kayaking with the dolphins and seeing the window in Kalbarri.
Yeah, the window cover was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Which is
kayaking
hiking.
was also one of my favourite things as well.
Yeah, was there another sea animal that you guys like watching?
Whales!
Humpback whales.
Yeah, at 3 Mile Camp.
3 Mile Camp, that's right.
Mm.
One day we counted probably about 10, I think, swimming around in the bay,
Yeah.
which was just
Like
epic.
in the mornings, we see whales just going like over the big waves.
Yeah,
Pretty
like
epic.
we saw the tails flop up.
Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So lots of memories. Yeah, thanks for following the journey with us. Hope you enjoyed the videos. All right, we'll see you later, guys.
Bye.